Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing just a quick little video giving my thoughts on the announcement that Scott M. Gimple will be returning as the showrunner for The Walking Dead Season 5. Alright, so we've got another episode of The Walking Dead Season 4 hitting tomorrow. Will be episode 4, Indifference. Huge announcement this week, of course. If you guys remember, you've seen the other video talking about the confirmation that The Walking Dead Season 5 has been greenlit. It's going to be ordered by AMC, and we're pretty much guaranteed to see it at this point, as long as nothing catastrophic happens. And even if something did, they'd probably manage to do it anyway because it's such a huge show and it's been doing so well. I talked a little bit about in that video how the premiere, when you add up all the views and everything, did over 20 million, which is humongous for a drama series and the highest ratings AMC has ever had for any TV show they've ever done, including the finale of Breaking Bad or any of the other big ones they've had over the years. The Walking Dead is the biggest show AMC has ever had. So that being said, we'll be seeing a Season 5, and then of course the year after that, probably Season 6, we're going to be getting an additional spin-off series. So there'll be The Walking Dead Season 6 and another spin-off show in 2016 or 2015. So very, very exciting to see how that all is going to play out. But in terms of the original Walking Dead television series, Scott Gimple will be returning as the showrunner. Wanted to give my thoughts on that really quickly. Now, this season so far, we've only seen 3 episodes, so it's really hard for me to really, get that good of a sense of him as a showrunner. I think that this season so far has been pretty good. In terms of the first 3 episodes, are they the best we've ever had of The Walking Dead? I don't know if I can necessarily say that. We certainly have the most zombies I think we've ever had. When you consider the scene on the highway with, or not the highway, but the road with Daryl, Michonne, Tyrese, and Bob. The walkers outside the prison at the fence, the amount, very cool. The characters, very cool. But we're getting to know some new characters now this season. So it's the original cast is becoming a lot thinner. So we're not going to be getting as many of those original cast deaths every so often. And even though we're not, I think they've made Season 4 very exciting so far, even though we haven't had any of that, and I have really liked the first 3 episodes. It's interesting to see how when you have different people involved, different showrunner, different directors, how different the episodes feel as you go through the different seasons of the Walking Dead TV series. The first showrunner, if you guys remember, was Frank Darabont when he did the first season and a half, or all of Season 1, a good portion of Season 2. I think they were about halfway, or a little bit past halfway for Season 2, when he was replaced by Glenn Mazzara, and Glenn Mazzara did the rest of Season 2, and then did all of Season 3, and then did not return for Season 4, and then now Scott Gimple's going to be taking over Season 4, Season 5, and then we'll see if it goes on from there. They seem to burn out pretty quickly because of how many episodes they have to do now, with 16 a season. We don't know how many Season 5 is going to be, but it'll probably be 16, since the last 2 have been, Season 4 and Season 3. So, but it is really different when you have, when you look at the different seasons of The Walking Dead and the different takes that different showrunners have had on the series and how they do things. Frank Darabont's style of the first season and a half was very character oriented. It was a slower pace for most of it, especially the premiere, which was directed by him. If you guys remember the initial premiere, what was it called? Days Gone By? I think so. It was a really different feel from what we have now and what we have for the rest of the series. A slower pace, more of like a movie type feel, and it's switched again all the way through. Like each time it's switched. That feel went through most of Season 1, most of Season 2, and then as they switch with Glenn Mazzara, it feels like he is more into the action. He uses a lot of music, it seems to me. There's a lot of music at the end of the episodes that he was show running. I don't know if that was just him or if that was somebody else, but I did notice that. And then this season there doesn't seem to be as much now that he's not on anymore. So it's really interesting to compare the different showrunners. I think that Scott Gimple has done a good job so far from what we've seen. We do know that he did some of the episodes earlier on the show, like Save the Last One. He wrote that. Clear, which was my favorite episode of The Walking Dead ever, he did that one too. So he is pretty amazing. And you know, we've got a lot left of season 4, so it's kind of hard to say too much at this time because, you know, we're so early into season 4. But I am pretty excited to hear that he's going to be returning as showrunner. It's a good thing that we're going to get some stability and we'll get some consistency so that the series will start feeling kind of fluid again and be in one direction rather than it kind of switching from one showrunner style to another to another. It's better, I think, if we can get consistency throughout. So if they're going to go with one approach versus another, we get that over at least a few seasons versus, you know, the switching all the time. The action in season 3 versus the character concentration in season 2 and 1. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And very excited, of course, to hear that season 5 is renewed and that he'll be returning is, I think it's good news. I think it's a good thing. You really don't want to have them switching every single season. You know, it would be really weird. It would start, you know, feeling like the show from episode to episode and season to season is like a different show, you know, even though it's got the same characters, because the showrunner's different and the way they do things are so different. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about him returning for season 5, how you felt about season 4 so far. And yeah, those are pretty much all my thoughts. So I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.